On your knees, prisoner.
What? Oh, yes, certainly.
Quickly, on your knees.
Honestly, I'm doing it as quickly as I can. It's hard at my age to... see, there you are. Oh, these dungeon floors are a little cold, aren't they? I take it this is the dungeon.
Are you Eugene Tacitus, scribe to the Emperor?
Oh, absolutely.
And do you know why you have been brought here?
No, not really. I mean, I tried asking this chap behind me, but all he'd do was prod me with his sword and tell me to be silent, so I didn't push the matter. It's all been a bit of a blur. I was fast asleep half an hour ago when my door is broken down and I'm dragged out of bed. Hardly time for me even to put on my dressing gown. Look, would it be all right if I put on my spectacles? If I'm going to be interrogated on a dungeon floor, it'd be some comfort to see what's going on. They're in my pocket.
No quick moves now.
No, I'll put them on very slowly. There. Oh, that's better. My word, it really is horribly dank down here, isn't it?
You have been brought here to answer one simple question.
Well, fire away.
Whom do you worship, Eugene Tacitus?
Well, I'd say the living god Emperor Pepin VI. Doesn't everyone?
Easy, men. Don't be shocked by the blasphemy.
Oh, I take it that's the wrong answer then.
The living god, Emperor Pepin VI, is dead.
Oh, whoops.
He fell asleep in his bath and drowned.
Not a very dignified way to go.
The new living god is now Emperor Pepin VII, and all those who worship Pepin VI commit heresy and must be executed forthwith.
Oh, dear. Forthwith, you say?
According to the holy rituals, the condemned will have one eye gouged out, the other left intact to watch the flames rise as he is burned at the stake.
Not a terribly dignified way to go either.
You are to be taken from this place to a cell awaiting execution. You will be allowed no contact with your family, and your remains will not be placed in holy ground, and your name will be reviled for evermore and held as a byword for apostasy, unless you are prepared to recant immediately and pledge allegiance to the living god, Pepin VII.
Oh, well, I think I'll recant then.
Is that your final decision, Eugene Tacitus?
Absolutely.
Oh, well, that's fine then. Swords back, men. We've got another one who wants to recant. Now then, if you'd just like to sign this recantation form here,
Right.
and here, and here's your dark blue receipt of your recantation. And here is your light blue receipt, which can be exchanged for a dark blue receipt if the original is mislaid.
Thanks very much, that's fine.
Sorry about the formality, sir. Sure you understand.
Oh, of course, it's tradition, I know that.
If you don't mind finding your own way out, I'd be grateful. I've got dozens of interrogations to conduct before morning. You can't miss it, just keep going up.
That's it. That's the idea. Find somewhere to hide. But there is nowhere to hide, is there? There's just you and me. The hunter and the prey. Swim away as fast as you can. It makes no difference because there's no escape from me. Now hold still. Hold it. Damn it. Okay. Shall I eat you now, or would you like to play some more?
Are you in there?
Oh, hey, Doc, can it wait? I'm kind of busy at the moment.
Oh, yes, so I can see.
Hey, do you mind? What's a guy got to do to get some privacy around here?
We're in trouble. The TARDIS is out of control.
The TARDIS is always out of control. Is it worth interrupting my bath time? It's embarrassing. I'm all naked here.
Frobisher, you're the shape of a penguin. You're always naked.
Well, that's what you think. I usually morph myself a black and white pair of pants as well.
But none of the controls are responding. It's as if the power's been drained elsewhere. What was that?
What was what?
Is that a gumblejack you have in there with you?
Well, it's a fish, at any rate. He didn't introduce himself.
And you're hunting it?
Yes.
And going to kill it?
That's the idea.
How very cruel.
Hey, don't make me feel guilty just because you prefer the taste of salad.
There's no need for you to be hunting at all. There's a whole room down the corridor filled with cans of tuna.
Oh, come on, Doc. That's no fun. I have to capture it myself and eat it alive. I'm a penguin, for Pete's sake.
No, you're not. You're a mesomorph, a shapeshifter, a whiffadill.
Okay, so I'm not a real penguin, but that's fine. This isn't a real fish either.
What?
It's a 3D replica I got the TARDIS to conjure up for me. There are a whole heap of buttons on that console you don't do anything with, you know.
You haven't been playing with the dimensional stabilizers, have you?
No. Well, possibly. Does it matter?
Does it matter? The dimensional stabilizers give the TARDIS its structure and form. The walls, the floors, the air we breathe. It's constantly generated by the ship, held in balance, and checked and rechecked. It's the most difficult job a TARDIS has to do. And you've been overriding them to make fish? No wonder the old girl's under a bit of strain.
Okay, I'll eat the fish, problem solved. Hey, where did it go? It just vanished.
Oh, no.
What's happening? Why has it gone so dark? Have I broken something?
Worse than that, I'm afraid. The TARDIS has had enough. She's gone on strike.
Plus, because I was cruel to a fish, it wasn't even as if it was real.
But it was sentient, wasn't it? It felt fear. It felt pain.
Well, sure, the hunt's no good without the fear or the pain.
Well, if it thought it was real, who are you to say it wasn't?
Oh, Doc, come on. I created it. It had no life beyond what I had given it in the first place.
Frobisher, after all the adventures we've had, it doesn't matter to whom the cruelty is directed. The cruelty itself is wrong. If you haven't learned that, you haven't learned anything.
Well, Your Highness, your coronation awaits us. In less than 1 hour, you shall be crowned the new emperor and become the true living god of us all.
Yes.
Emperor Pippin VII, the illustrious son to Emperor Pippin VI, and the no less illustrious grandson to Emperor Pippin V, the last and greatest of the royal line of Pippins.
Well, here's hoping.
I was wondering if I could write down any great thoughts you might be having.
Great thoughts?
You know, for the Bible, something that might live for posterity.
Well, in truth, I'm just very, very scared.
Yes, I see.
What if I get all my lines wrong? What if I fall over during the ceremony, or faint, or throw up? I've been so nervous I've not been able to keep anything down since my father died.
Try to remember, Your Highness, these hours are the starting point for an entire new religion. I don't want to put chapter 1, verse 1, our immortal master was very, very scared.
But it's the truth.
How about I write that you're stolidly apprehensive?
There's very little that's stolid about it. I've been trying hard to have great thoughts, Scribe. I've been frowning hard until it really hurts, but nothing springs to mind. But I don't officially become a god until the crown is placed on my head, do I?
And at the moment of coronation comes deification, and the crown of empire burns all mortality away, and the new monarch becomes divine. Something like that, anyway.
Then that's all right. I shouldn't be thinking like a god yet. I'm sure all my great thoughts will pop up at the right time.
God was showing signs of stolid optimism.
Your Majesty.
When he was joined by High Priest Clovis.
Leave us, Scribe. I would be alone with our new master.
Certainly. I can improvise the rest of the chapter anyway. Yes,
How are you feeling, Your Highness?
I'm very, very...
Very, very scared. Yes, of course you are. I was present when your father was made a god, and he was every bit as awkward and as pathetic as you are now.
It's hard to believe my father was ever scared of anything. He should still be our god. He'd be much better at it than me.
But alas, that's impossible. Your father committed the ultimate blasphemy.
What's that?
He died. Gods really aren't supposed to do that sort of thing. Don't worry, Your Highness. I'm sure you're every inch the real omnipotent creator we thought your father was.
I know the traditions, Clovis. It is said that every coronation is accompanied by some great miracle.
That is true.
Care must be taken of my subjects. I wouldn't want them to be killed in an earthquake or anything.
Don't worry, the miracle is well in hand.
I have decided to be a very benevolent god, Clovis, and try to be nice to everyone.
And I'm sure it does you great credit, if you will excuse me.
Yes, of course. I know you have lots and lots to attend to. Oh well, I'll see you during the ceremony, I suppose.
God protect us.
High Priest. And what great miracle have you got lined up for us tonight?
You'll have to wait and see, Childeric. But rest assured, everything has been arranged.
Don't you mean stage managed? What's it going to be this time? I hope it's going to be better than when my father was made god. Pulling a rabbit out of a hat.
I think you'll find the official text says the deification was accompanied by an earthquake.
Oh, I know what the Bible says, but I've heard the rumors. I'm sure that whatever you do, That idiot scribe will make it halfway apocalyptic. Come on, Clovis. Give me a sneak preview. I'm hoping this time you'll saw a lady in half. Now, that'd be spectacular.
I have things to attend to.
You know that the ceremony is a fake, Clovis. That dribbling fool is not a god. Will never be a god. We must look elsewhere for our leaders. You know that. Of all the people here, you know it better than anyone.
I must go. I have things. I must go.
You know it.